the sport of basketball and volleyball, and Nia played rugby and qualified pharmacist. Lane 3, you saw Romania, who were 4th in this competition last year. Hungary, who were runners-up in lane number 4. 5, Belarus, who won the world and European title last season. Russia in 6, who was silver medalist at world level, bronze medalist at European level. Spain and Poland in lane 8, who will be closest to you. Once again, this is a straight final. It's in a way something of a development category. As many of you will know that particularly the women's Canadian single over 200 meters is destined to go into the Olympic program for 2020 in Tokyo. But this, the final of the women's Canadian doubles over 500 meters, and Great Britain, 2 from the top of your picture, Chloe Bracewell, Nia Thomas. Big moment. The starter very sharp, not the best of starts by the British duo.
No, it didn't quite latch on to that first stroke. I don't think that matters too much in this race. They've got to just put it together. They've got to stay together in this, keep the rhythm. It's all about rhythm, this locking the front of the blade on and maintaining their rhythm. They're in a high-class final here, so it's going to be a fantastic experience for them. But let's not underestimate them. They are talented girls. They're very strong. They're only going to get better in what may well be an Olympic race in the next few Olympic cycles.
Yeah, that's Kinchko Tagash, who is up in the bow, and Virak Bala of Hungary. Those two have set out their stall in no uncertain manner. They're being chased there by the Russians on the near side. That's Irina Andreeva and Olesia Romasenko, and they were the silver medalists a year ago. And actually, they won the Duisburg World Cup competition earlier in the season in this particular boat class. Through the half distance there, and it's Hungary from Russia, as you can see, Belarus and Spain, who were 5th in Europe last year. That's Adriana Paniagua and Patricia Coco, and they're vying for a bronze medal.
Yes, it's good to also see, several boats quite close to each other here. It's getting more competitive year on year, which is just what we want to see. And you can just see the Hungarians who've been leading the whole way. Well, the lanes next to the Belarusians and Russians getting very close to them now.
Yeah, the British, you can see on the far side there, they've got the better of the Czechs in lane 1, but at the moment it's these 3 crews, and look at this as they come to the buoy line now, coming right in front of us, and it's Belarus and Russia fighting it out. Russia on the near side and Belarus on the far side as they come to the line. There's very little between them. They've left the Hungarians, who haven't got any more, and now Belarus pulling forward. They're very strong paddle strokes, and they won that in the last 10 strokes there, Belarus.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They're very strong, very powerful, and they look quite compact. They were using their strength well, and it's all about timing towards the end of the race and togetherness. And I think they showed that, when it was really hard, when the lactic acid was building up in their arms, they managed to hold it together, and that's what really counted over the last 20 meters or so. And
interesting there, because Belarus, they went to the 2nd of the World Cup regattas this year, which was in Rachice. They were runners up there, but the Russians couldn't get the better of them, so Belarus, a gold medal for them. And Hungary, well, they were targets, weren't they? They put themselves out there to be shot at, and they didn't have much to give in the last 150 to 200 meters.
No, I always admire the crews that do that, though. They get out there, they're obviously paddling with confidence. You can see the Hungarians in picture now. Boat moving nicely, moving smoothly, really getting their weight onto the stroke, but just found wanting over the last 50 meters or so. But that gives them something to work on for the future. So, I always think it's good to get out there and try and find your own rhythm. And sometimes if you are in the front of the race, you can just relax that little bit. You've got clean water to look at, concentrate on your own rhythm.
And the British, real baptism of fire. Just towards the end, out of your picture, they were actually losing control of the boat. It was a bit skew in the lane there, which is a big indication of the pressure and fatigue that was coming into the boat at the time. But you know, there you see it. They're in 8th place, long way back, but